Hello friends, this is Shivmohan Purohit and I like to welcome and thank you very much for watching this video. In this video I would like to talk about few things. I think it is very important for everybody to get some idea about different job roles in ERP. So we will talk about that. So when we say job roles, uh, the way I like to explain is the job roles are very different than the job designations or job titles or designation in your organization. So job roles are more specific to what things you do, what role you perform in different stages of project life cycle or after projects or before project, during project, that define your role in that team, right? Which could be different than what your job title is, right? So here we would be talking about job roles in Oracle. So if I give you some idea, based on my understanding, so this is just I'm giving a initial discussion point, and I would need your inputs also or your suggestions after this. So I'm categorizing these different role into 3 or 4 categories. So I'm saying, okay, there are some roles which fall into technical, then we have some functional role, then we have some coordination role, and other role which doesn't fit in any of these three buckets. So if he talks about technical roles, I think you may come across these roles and there could be many roles. So I would need your inputs. If you know any other roles that you think could be defined as job role and you may have come across or you played that role. So first role is system analyst, cloud architect, application developer, integration lead. So as you know, that technical area comprise like technical development, writing codes, doing testing, deploying that code, migrating that code, designing that code. So then all these roles fall in place. Now based on the role you play, you could be system analyst, which is more like analytical role, or maybe writing specs, passing that specs to developer. Application developer could be doing actual coding of the work, that technical piece. Integration lead would be primarily responsible for one system to another system or end to end, or maybe link between developer and the people from other side of the system. Cloud architect or system architect, I think these roles define more of like people who are handling pieces which are more into how systems should be worked together, linked together, uh, more in terms of architecture rather than as on the code level. Give me some inputs from your side if you agree or disagree or you want to add something. Similarly, for functional areas, I think domain lead, functional lead, module lead, solution architect are some of the role that comes in my mind when I think of the functional areas. Domain lead, more of like accounting leads or supply chain lead, procurement lead, uh, uh, you know uh, payment lead or payment process lead, some sort of that. Functional leads, people who have specialized in some functional areas, and they could be lead or drive discussion around that. So it could be accounting, it could be payments, it could be billing, it could be costing, it could be order management, similar something like that. Functional lead is one below level where certain functionality of certain modules to the depth. So it could be like you are expert in expenses, you are expert in project billing, you are expert in order management. So you maybe and your work would entitle to be focused on that nitty gritty of that particular model. So you could be module lead or module analyst or module function. Similarly with solution architect, so it's more of like how these different models working together in the enterprise design. If there is another systems, then how the data is flowing from one system to another, how things are flowing, how information's getting exchanged across different system in the enterprise design. So it's also very comprehensive roles and depend on the complexity of the design. Now other than this, I think ERP projects have a lot of coordination role, and there could be reason that a lot of coordination required across people because of the size of project, because of complexity involved, because of the areas that it get impacted when we use ERP, so software. So it could be project manager, project lead, What is the difference between project manager and project lead? I would suggest you to think over it and give me the explanation between project manager and project lead. Conversion lead could be a different role. It would involve functional people, technical people, system people, source system people, target system people, data mapping people. There could be a lot of people get involved, so that coordination could be done by conversion lead. Cutover lead, so there are activity which happens after UAT to go live, and there is a lot of system migration happen, actual system move. So that activity is big activity, and that need very specialized people, especially to coordination role. So cutover lead could be one. Testing lead, so throughout ERP is all about testing. It could be unit testing, integration testing, all this technical component testing, all this validation testing, UAT, all different sort of testing. Now my question here is, how many type of testing you come across? What are the different type of testing in ERP? So put me those answers if you know. I am giving you some assignment also, and as we are going through. Then PMO staff. So PMO staff is more coordination role in terms of people putting their timesheets together. It's like things are getting tracked, milestone getting captured, all the rated information status getting captured, so that the reporting of the project could be done smoothly. Now this could be associate role with the project manager, project lead, or it could be a separate, because PMO could be a separate group altogether, depending on the project size and complexity. Now, techno functional. I have big dispute calling somebody as techno functional. I don't understand how a person could be techno functional, which is my, I don't like, overlapping area. Either you are on this side or that side. How could be on both? So I would ask you if you believe in this, and if you know what is the right way to explain this techno functional role. And I personally don't refer anybody as techno functional. Now some of the role that I come across and I think could be important: technical writer and database administrator. I would ask you to define, if you come across this role, technical writer, what they do, and whether that role is relevant in Oracle ERP. So I think I'm putting some questions to you, as well as I'm trying to give my understanding on this. Now one more question comes in my mind is, when I look at this ERP role, though I put a very summary list, I think these are like 15 roles put together. But if I make a bigger list or comprehensive list, number of roles, I can put like maybe 50, 60 different role in ERP project. Oh my god. Now question is, why there are so many roles in ERP project, or ERP job areas, or ERP work areas? Why there are so many different roles required? So give me that answer and try to give your opinion. I'm not looking for the right answer. There is nothing right and wrong. It is just my opinion, your opinion, and just to have some sort of understanding, and use that understanding for everybody's benefit. Now other thing that I feel, that we can categorize our work assignment or different role based on the assignment that we work in. So it's like implementation projects, support projects, or anything which happen after go live could be entitled. So different work assignment type in ERP we call pre go live, which is like from beginning to go live. So it involve implementations, rollout, conversions, business process, so many things to be added to this. And then based on each activities, there could be a different role, and those roles could be in technical, functional, coordination, and la la la. Same thing happen after go live. So after go live, we have this whole adoptions process. It could go from 1 month, 2 months to 12 months, 18 months, 2 year, depend on the organization. So it involves development, creating job ads or training material, adoption material, standard operating procedures, and all this different documentation. So now if you see the nature of activity before go live, after go live are very different. So the roles after go lives would be very different. Same thing happened once ERP is implemented. After go live, it reached to a milestone. After 2 years, 3 years, it go for overhaul. which we call upgrade. So it could be technical upgrade, it could be functional upgrade, it could be business upgrade. There could be reason that business is changing and it has to be look at things from the that perspective. There are new camleys or rise item comes in scope. Now question again is, do you know the full name or the name or acronyms name under Camly or RISE? If you know, just put them. What is the meaning of RISE? Here I am what I'm referring with word Camly. If you know, just put that comment. So all these things comes after go live, where we rolling out new features, new models, upgrades, or adding new RISE or Camly items or customization and all these things. Now this entitled a different role. So these three, I think these three are very, very separate work assignment in ERP, and each assignments bring us different role. So this is what I think. Now, again, a big assignment for me, for you, I would put together, can we map all this different project type, implementations, stabilizations, and upgrade, if we can put different role in term of technical area, functional coordination, other. If you want to do this exercise, please do so, and I will make another video where we will capture all these things in detail based on your input, based on my research and my knowledge. Now, before finishing today's video, I would just like to give you a brief that we are running few groups and few social media activities. So we have Facebook group called No Oracle, we have LinkedIn group for Oracle Cloud Financials, we have YouTube channel, and we have a blog. If you are interested, please join us there. Keep contributing, keep suggesting what you like to know, what you like to share, what you like us to work upon. So that's it for today, friends. This is No Oracle team. This is Shivmohan Purohit, and thanks for watching. I have given some assignments and work, so please help me to put things together, and see you next time on the next video. Thank you very much.